Well, all right. There we go. Just had to make sure that my sound was fixed. I did play it back and everything, but yo, it's your boy, this your motherfucking boy, man. King on NBA and music talking. Whoa. Kendrick dropped a bomb. Like the first time we heard Pusha T say it, it's kind of like, whoa. But Kendrick Lamar dropped a diss record called Meet the Grams yesterday, and it revealed that Drake may have had at least one other child that he did not claim. And you know what I'm saying? And this child is allegedly 11 years old. So I did the due diligence. I was just like, who could be this child's mother? Because he hid Sophie really good, bro. Like, nobody knew about this kid, Adonis. We don't know this child's name. And we know that somebody close with OVO is working with Kendrick, because how is he able to get this information? Now, is Kendrick making this shit up? He very well could be, but I was curious to see like who could be this child's mother if this child does indeed exist. Now, this is all alleged. This is allegedly. You understand? I ain't trying to get sued. So y'all not gonna fucking take the little money that I do have. Y'all ain't gonna take my betting money, nigga. Y'all not taking that away from me. And I ain't living in no homeless shelter, B. So the first suspect is Malaya. You remember back in the day, Drake had a thing for Malaya, right? The stripper. Like, y'all remember that? And they messed around a little bit. They definitely was together during, because that was like, I believe she was in the Find Your Love video, and Jazz Prince hooked that shit up to get her to do the video, and they clicked on set, and they had their first kiss on that set, and they began dating briefly. I believe that was 2010. So during 2014, obviously they linked up. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There was an event in 2014 where strippers' jerseys got retired, like Lyra Galore, someone else he used to date. But I found out that Lyra Galore is not a suspect. She had her two kids a little bit later. There's no confirmation on whether Malaya has kids, not even in her bio, her Instagram, or anything. It hasn't been confirmed whether she has kids or not. So that's what makes her like one of the top suspects here. Miracle Watts, I found out she's not a suspect. But Malaya had some tweets that had me wondering, like, what the fuck? So she says here that y'all don't know that nigga been trying to make me stop dancing, always putting me down about it, always telling me I'm not better than anyone else in the club, selling ass instead of dancing, but nigga can't stay out the club. That sounds like the Players Club. My homeboys can see you any night. That shit funny as a motherfucker, dog. Y'all. Oh, it wasn't a dumbass club when you met me there, head ass nigga. Y'all just don't know. My only regret is ever trying to explain how much I love dancing and thinking so highly of him that I let his opinion of me mold my opinion of myself. Fuck that and fuck you if you got a problem. I remember pleading with him to understand. I said, Beyonce wears the same kind of stuff that I wear. The nigga got mad and told me not to compare myself to Beyonce. These are tweets from 2017. My bitch, what? Don't you ever tell me to not compare myself to Beyonce. I'm a woman and that's what we do. No matter how light I tried to make things, just always mean and hurtful. So these two have had a relationship past 2010 because remember, shortly after dated Drake, um, she started messing with Sean Kingston after that. You know what I'm saying? So obviously they relinked back in 2014. The child is allegedly 11. I mean, Kendrick could be 1 year off here. This is what makes her one of the top suspects here. You know, she was in um yeah, so they had a previous relationship. Interesting. Could a child have been conceived and Drake paid her or made her sign an NDA to hide that? I don't know about that because here's where it gets shaky. Now, Malaya is the person that leaked the information to Pusha for Adidon. She's the one that leaked the information that Adonis existed because obviously her and Drake still communicated around this time. And she allegedly slept with 40 to get that information out of him. And as fine as Malaya is, buddy, she'll make a lot of y'all she'll make a lot of y'all snitch. Easy work. Light, super light. But why the mother of a child would try to destroy this man's reputation? Bitterness, maybe? Mad because Drake used to talk down to her and make her feel less of a woman. So then it's like, okay, nigga, I got your ass. Bitter baby mamas do this shit every day, B. So that's why she is definitely one of the top suspects on this list. Because again, they relinked back in 2014. They was together from 2010 to 2011. So that's around the time the child was conceived. And then you also have to listen what record was out at that time. And it was Nothing Was the Same. Now, Nothing Was the Same has a baby on the cover. A lot of people say that it's a Drake baby picture, but is it? Is it Drake's baby picture or is it Drake's baby picture? Was this nigga really doing this in front of our faces? Pause and not telling us? Because, that cover of that child could be a little girl. Kendrick mentions a little girl. Now, I did look into some of the lyrics of Nothing Was the Same to see what he was talking about around that time because Nothing Was the Same came out in 2013. This was after Take Care, of course. This was the predecessor. So I looked through certain things, and there was a line about some girl named Courtney from Hooters, but I could not find any information on this lady other than the flyers that she had that she was a dancer, another stripper. That boy loves. I'm in love with a stripper. Now there was this other lady, but this was 2015 because you all remember that Drake and Lil Wayne had a falling out over a woman named Tammy, and then that's why on 6'7". Why am I freezing? Oh, never mind. Okay, hoes gonna be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy because the article was published in 2016 via E News, right? Because Wayne dropped the book and on October 11th of 2016, and he said that Wayne was mad at him for sleeping with her, but I couldn't find anything on that particular person though. And then you know there is this lady that he mentions named Nebby. Now Nebby was one of his first girlfriends. It wasn't the first one. We'll get to her in a second, but he allegedly left this Nebby girl for Rihanna. But the time frame doesn't make sense because that would make this child 15 years old. So um I easily ruled her out. But we'll get back to Nebby in a second. Now his first girlfriend, Keisha Shante, she was a star. You know what I'm saying? She was a star. She was a person that was a celebrity, that was like a star in Canada, had like 3, 4 albums out. That's the person that he's talking about when he's saying Kiki. A lot of people said that that was trying to top Kanye West because he was beefing with him and Pusha at the time. So Keisha Shante, you know, is the original Kiki, and that's his ex girlfriend. They have paraded each other in public as exes and shit like that, right? This seems like a reliable and trustworthy person for Drake. She's definitely number two on my suspect list because she is an ally to Drake. So if they conceived a child, you know what I'm saying? That would be on some, all right, hold my child down, raise my child. She doesn't confirm in her bio either whether she has kids or not. I couldn't find whether she had kids or not, which led me to believe that she's a suspect. And that girl is fine. Keisha Shante, boy, she was hot. And I'm sure they probably still communicate to this day. He mentions his exes in a lot of fucking songs. Now, there were other people like Alicia Phillips I couldn't find information on. Rosemary and Leanne Sally couldn't find. The Courtney chick we already talked about, and then the Keisha shit out through social media, just like anything is searchable through social media. You can find anything on anybody. You know what I'm saying? But frame, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Katia is the mother of the child. I found out that You know, that's how he ended up with Malaya, cheating on her. So she's ruled out. Then we have this Erica Lee girl who was the voice on Marvin's Room. Whether this was about her or was this about Malaya when she got with Sean Kingston, whether Marvin's Room was about that or was that about their relationship, because they were more than just a couple. They had um, a business relationship because of the fact that she's the voice on the track. They agreed to split the proceeds, and she felt like she wasn't properly compensated, which led to a lawsuit. But Erica Lee is a very interesting person. She could be very well a suspect because I went onto her Instagram. It's Siren Lyric Muse, right? It's a private profile, of course, but she has a book. It says right here, I'm the lyrics to your favorite song. And there's a book link to her book on Amazon. And in the about, it says, I am an artist, writer, mother, lover, and breast cancer survivor. We are all storytellers. The story is all that can remain. And she has a book called Stage Four. And then she also has a poetry book. So she's a writer. We'll get to that in a different video. They saying Drake hired a child actress for cap reasons. That's interesting information. Mm, this shit just keeps getting interesting and interesting. But yeah, Erica Lee, this was a, I mean, I guess they were together around 2011, 2012. That would make the child either 13 or 14. And Kendrick may have just been off by a couple of years because somebody in OVO camp is leaking this information to Kendrick, allegedly. Allegedly, right. We're going to use that word a lot in this video because, again, y'all not suing me. This is just personal research. But this Erica Lee girl is definitely a suspect. Erica Lee, Malaya, and Keisha Shante. Kiki. They're my three suspects right now. But the fact that she said that she was a mother was very interesting, in my opinion. But man, this information. Now, if I were to put my money on it and to place a bet on this, it's between Keisha and Malaya of who the mother of the child is. But maybe, allegedly, this could be a whole different person that we didn't see coming. Pause. Maybe this could be a whole different person. But however, the Nebby and Drake relationship, we're going to explain that in a whole different video. But like I said, those three women probably are the suspect because who is this 11-year-old child, Drake? You're hiding another child, nigga? Oh, damn. Deadbeat motherfucker playing Border Patrol again. But stay tuned. I got a whole separate video coming up next about Nebby. So if you live watching this, I'm coming right back to talk about this Nebby situation because I also found out more information on the female Quentin Miller.